goes out on Collins. I be.
What's going on, everybody? The original Mako back with some more Gunfire Reborn content. And before we get into the video, make sure you check those links in the description. At the time of recording this, we're 4 followers away from 1,000 on Twitch, which is unbelievable. And we are also getting more support on Patreon, but it still needs some more love. So show that thing some love. You can get tons of exclusive content for $3 a month or more if you want to help support a little more. Those of you that do support the Patreon, thank you guys very much. You guys are part of the reason why I'm able to do this, like stream and make YouTube videos as often as I do. So thank you guys. It means a lot to me. But today we're going to be talking about top 5 things I want for full release. There is a little asterisk there of there's one of them that I'm like 99% certain is not coming at full release, but something that I want this game to eventually get to. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But I'm going to be going from 5 to 1, and it's going to be in terms of least important to the most important thing that I want to see from Gunfire's full release, or hopefully in the future of Gunfire Reborn. I don't know if I'm going to need the game to explain stuff. I'm actually, yeah, I will, for probably a couple of these at least. So actually 5 through 3. Sorry about your ears, guys. My finger kind of hurts now. I just beat the shit out of the microphone. So number 5, the number 5 thing I want. And do I think it's going to happen? Well, it's kind of a two-parter. So the first parter is, if we go to the armory here, there is currently a fire and corrosive kunai. I want to see a lightning kunai. It's been a long time coming, and I think a lightning kunai deserves a place in the game. Same thing can be said for the fact that we have a fire and lightning glove. I would love to see a corrosive glove get added into the game. I just think it's kind of bugging me that there's no, like, just round it out, right? Like this, obviously you're setting it up to have a corrosive glove. Obviously you're setting it up to have a lightning kunai. So, I mean, you did it with the swords, right? Fire, lightning, corrosive. So just get the other two done. But on the same kind of place as weapons, this is more for scrolls right now, but eventually could be something I want to see them do with weapons, is mainly just because right now I think there's a few bad weapons that I would like to see this happen to. But if we take a look at the scrolls, we go to that's player information, that's not the logbook. There's 134 scrolls, which is a decent amount, and you don't see that many necessarily per run. It kind of depends on what kind of run you have. Maybe you're seeing, obviously multiplayer is a little bit different, but for me, who plays a lot of solo, almost exclusively single player, maybe 20 to 25-ish. I haven't really kept track, but that sounds about right. Out of 134, which isn't a ton. I think, and they're going to keep adding more scrolls, right? So as they're adding more scrolls, I would really like to see them start maybe sunsetting a little bit, so the scroll pool doesn't get too big. The other big one that I think that might be able to use right now is honestly the remnants. I think remnants are very, very populated. The pool is humongous, especially considering the amount of remnants you're going to see. You see 3 a run at most. You're going to see 3 a run. There's no way to see any more than 3. You're seeing 3. So I think maybe sunsetting could start to be a thing that I think they should be thinking about for scrolls, remnants, just so the pool doesn't get so populated that, like, if you're looking for something really specific, like you're like, oh, I really want to try something cool with penetration bullet, but you can never find penetration bullet because there are so many scrolls, or, oh, I really want to do something with this exclusive remnant, but you never get that remnant because there's so many remnants to choose from and you only see 3. So something like that, I would like them to start at least thinking about soon. And like I said, for weapons, like the weapon pool, you see a lot of weapons on a run, and the weapon pool is not too big yet. But God, I would love to see the Ghost Hawk and the Frenzied Shark just get deleted from the game. So that's my number 5. The Lightning Kunai, Corrosive Glove, and start to maybe give us some info, or maybe even start sunsetting like remnants, or maybe even scrolls, depending on how many scrolls they add. Let me know your thoughts on that, actually, because that might be a hot topic. Because sunsetting in games, even if there's a really big pool, sometimes having a really big pool is good. Like Binding of Isaac, for example, there's just hundreds of items, and it makes each run super unique and fun. But I feel like with this game, it's less about, you know, having a completely different run every time, and kind of about building your own, like being more in control of your build, you know. So I think this would be a better game for sunsetting as opposed to a game like Isaac, which is for, you know, it's more random and more just different runs every single time, as opposed to building and trying to get your perfect build. So that's number 5. Number 4 is one I've talked about a lot, and I'm going to talk about again, and I'm going to keep talking about until they fix it. Please fix the daily challenge. Please do something with the daily challenges, okay? Currently, there is no reason, absolutely no reason, to repeat a daily challenge after you've done it. There's a Steam achievement for completing some amount. I don't even know, because I doubt I've done it. But if you've played all of them, you've beaten all of them, then they just keep repeating. What in the hell is the point of replaying it? You don't get soul essence. What the hell's going on with the dryer? I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was pretty loud. Can't get soul essence, can't unlock weapons, or scrolls, or like, there's no leaderboard, there's no like point system. So even if there was no like online leaderboard, there could be like an individual point system. So you're like, last time I did Elemental World, I got 3,500 points. I bet you this time I could do a little bit better. I could probably get 3,600, 3,700 points. I could beat my own high score. There is no replayability in the daily challenges whatsoever. And it makes me upset, because it makes me not want to play daily challenges, because what in the hell is the point? There isn't one, is the answer. So I hope they fix daily challenges. That's the second thing. Well, I guess it's, if we're going 5 to 1, that's 4. Okay. Number 3 on the list is when they add new scrolls to the game, be a little bit more creative, right? They're all game designers there. They made this game, creative FPS, roguelike, with a ton of different elements, unique. What is your scroll department doing? What is it? Let me tell you how upset I am with recent scroll additions to the game. Let's see. Last time they had a scroll drop, they added like 4 normal scrolls and then a ton of curse scrolls. 2 of the, I think it was 4, maybe it was a little more, maybe it was less, honestly. 2 of the added new scrolls that were not curse scrolls were Effective Split and Mysterious Chest. Do you see the problem I have? Oh, you guys can't really read them. There's no, it's fine. Do you see the problem that I have here? Randomly get 2 Oculate Scrolls and cannot discard them. Randomly get 1 to 3 scrolls. They're adding scrolls that just give you other scrolls that they've already designed. They're not designing anything new here. They're just giving you other scrolls that they've already designed. I think it's lazy. I think it could be good if they dropped like 7, 8, 9, 10 scrolls at once, and 2 of them were these. Okay, you have 8 unique new scrolls coming. This is fine. But when it's like half or the majority of the new scrolls, that's lazy, annoying, And I wish they would put some more effort into designing new scrolls instead of doing this, which feels like they just rushed them out there and didn't really take the time to carefully design or think about the scrolls. So, new scrolls that are decent, that took some creativity. They're, that took some time to think. And then the other ones are like the other new scrolls. Since I've been playing, some of the ones that got added. Where's the one I'm looking for? Oh yeah, there's been a couple. There's a couple that are just like pages of words and text. What is this? Why is there so much text in this thing? It's so specific and it's, either way, just better scrolls. Better with the scrolls, better designs, less lazy designed scrolls, in my opinion. All right, now the next two, I don't think there's going to be anything I can do here, so it's just going to be kind of a us talking thing with the nice Gunfire music in the background. Number 2, and this is the one where I am so certain this is not coming with the full release, but possibly after. New Game Plus. So after you beat the final boss, which there is going to be a new final boss, a new whole final stage, final area in the full update, but after you beat the new final boss, something after, because, and it's going to get a little bit better with the full update having a whole new area, but sometimes, and honestly this happens more times than not, your full build, the full potential of your build does not come together until the very, very end of the run, like the last 2 or 3 rooms. So you only get to use it for 5 minutes. And you're sitting there thinking, well, this would have been a lot more fun if I could have used it for another hour. Or there's still some more potential I have left here, but the run's over and I can't do anything about it. I think New Game Plus would be tricky with this game. I really do. Because obviously you don't want a player to be able to just keep playing and keep getting ascensions to the point where you have every single ascension. You've seen like half of the scrolls. There still needs to be some sort of skill in building your building your build correctly, and not just, haha, I have every ascension and scroll, thing go boom. There needs to be some skill in building a build for your character. That's part of the game. I think that's actually one of the main essence of the game. That's why I said I think sunsetting would work with a game like this. So maybe something like you can only have a certain number of ascensions if you're playing New Game Plus. Have higher difficulties, have New Game Plus, and then in those difficulties you can only have a certain number of ascensions, you can only have a certain number of scrolls. If you find a new scroll, you can replace a scroll you have, or a new ascension, you can replace an ascension you have. Something like that I think could be really good, but some way so that there's not just every single, you're not just, oh, I have every single ascension in the game. Oh, I have every single scroll I could possibly want. Oh, well, there's nothing to do now. Everything blows up. So yeah, New Game Plus. I just don't want my runs to be ending and thinking, damn, I wish I had more time with this build, or damn, I'm so close to this build being perfect, and now I can't do anything about it. So that's number 2, and then we get to number 1, which I don't know if I've talked about this in a video. Maybe you've heard it since all my videos of Gunfire runs come from stream, but I've been ranting about this in stream for months now. Please, 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 please. Let people mod the game. Gunfire devs, I'm looking right at you. I hope one of you see this. Please let people mod the game. The community, the Gunfire community, I can guarantee you is so talented, could come up with so many good mods to keep the game fresh, which keeps content creators interested in making content. It keeps people who watch the game interested in watching content because it's always fresh with mods. People who make mods would, be more interested in the game because they're making mods for it. people who play casually could be more interested in the game, because when they're like, well, I'm just going to take a break until the next big content update comes out. Well, lucky for you, there's constant content updates from the community. So while they wait for Gunfire's the developers to push their actual content update for the vanilla game, they can play different mods and enjoy themselves, and they never have to get tired of it. Player count, the concurrent player count would skyrocket. I know there's a lot of people that have taken a big break and then only come back because there was new content dropped. So if there were mods, it kind of helps that issue a little bit. It can only help the game and people who enjoy watching and playing the game. If you wanted to do something for the community, you really want to listen to the community feedback, you really want to help the community out, you would be allowed, like I know you designed the game with not having mods in mind, but you would make a change to allow the community to be able to mod the game. I don't know much about modding. From what I understand, I've heard two different sides of the story, whereas it wouldn't be very easy since they've already designed it, so, you know, mods are very, very difficult to implement. And I've heard another side of the story where it was, well, it actually wouldn't be that hard to just change how they did it to make mods a possibility. Either way, I think it is a necessity for this game, and all it will do is help the longevity of the game in the long run. So I want to see it for, obviously, my sake, for your guys' sake, but for the game's sake, mods need to be a thing. So that's my top 5 for things I want to see at the full release or just in Gunfire's future. Let me know what you guys want to see. Maybe not what you expect to see, okay, but what do you want to see from the full release, or like I said, just Gunfire's future in general. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'd love to talk about it. But thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it as always. Plenty more Gunfire runs coming soon. Speaking of content, let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see. I've started a book of content of different things I'm going to try to do up until the full release of the game. Should be easier coming soon because there's actually a couple of roguelike games I want to try. So maybe those can help hold us over until the end of October / early November when the full release of Gunfire comes out. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. Plenty of Gunfire content coming soon, and a bunch of roguelike content coming your way as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I love each and every one of your faces, and I will catch you all in the next video.